Next topic. Ooh, this is gonna be more tea, so everybody, we can just sit back for a little bit when it comes to this, and we're actually just gonna be like force fed the tea by Sora the troll. Now, what makes this story that I'm about to get into pretty interesting is that Japanese people are very private. They like to keep to themselves. They don't really talk about what's going on in their personal lives. So, what makes this interesting is that this is a guy I've been following a few years on YouTube. His name is Sora the Troll. He actually was inspired to make his channel because of Filthy Frank. So if you know Filthy Frank TV, Joji, Pink Guy, all that from the classic edgelord time on YouTube. Which is funny because when I think about it, it's like what? That was like roughly almost 10 years when he left. That was about 10 years after YouTube took off when he left. Doing that character anyway. I digress. Sora the Troll. So he's a Japanese dude who basically he does voice acting, and he also, but however for his channel, he just goofs around and does whatever he thinks is funny, and so yeah, he's just a big troll, just a big memer, meme lord, and so he's basically been spilling some tea though lately, from his personal life. Yeah. And this is something I didn't really expect. 2 years ago, roughly, he did a live stream where he was talking about why he cut off ties with his dad. And I didn't really watch that at the time, although I was kind of listening to him in and out from that time, here and there. So I didn't really get the tea then. But now, oh my gosh, this is the tea. So I'll fill you in though. Recently, he did a live stream because of all this drama. Well, not actually because of all this, but because of a different topic, and he decided to talk about his dad a little bit. Now, this is not really public information that he's kind of consistently talking about. He only mentioned it once, and I think that was his intention was to keep it there in that one stream. So basically, his father is a part of a cult in Japan, and I don't know exactly what cult, but it's a pretty prominent, well-known cult. It's very well known in his town, so his father has like some sort of prestige as a result of it. He's not like at the top, but he's pretty important. And so yeah, that's just a slight bit of context about who Sora's dad is behind the scenes, and it may kind of put some pieces of the puzzle in terms of what we're going to get into here. So, Sora posted earlier today an update to this drama that's been going on with his dad, and we're going to get into that. Sora's going to just tell you about it. So, here's the update, and we're going to go backwards in time, and Sora's going to tell you what's going on. So, he wrote today, LOL, my dad's situation just got 300 times worse, and my mom is thinking about losing all her belongings, apparently $50,000. Now, it truly got insane. So I'll upload a video about this tomorrow. We have to meme my dad now. Yeah. So that's an update. And yeah, and there you go. You can read it now for yourself.
Story, story short, my family is being taken advantage of, and now my mom has zero savings, while my brother is $10,000 in debt. Okay, this is a crazy story, but this person has been using my entire family, including me. So I'm
We back. Alright. We're getting back into the we back. Alright. We're getting back into the tea here.
family, including me. So I'm here to return the favor by using them for content on my channel. I'm just going to make this guy a meme on my channel. I guess this is basically my Sasuke from Naruto moment. Whole family is used by my own dad. It makes no sense, but somehow he's $50,000 in debt, and now he's making my mom and my brother cover for it. My mom doesn't have much either, so she ended up using the inheritance she got from her parents. I know this is shocking, and I never make videos like this on my channel, but it's insane that my own dad is taking advantage of us, so to use this situation for content. Yeah, I'm definitely Sasuke from Naruto. Although, full disclosure, I've never actually watched Naruto. So I don't know if you guys caught the stream I did 2 years ago, where I talked about how my dad had been using me for years. To explain what's going on now, I need to revisit that situation. It was around 2015, I think. I was living in our old house with my mom and dad. I have a sister and a brother, but they are both married and have kids, so they didn't live with us. One day, my brother suggested, hey, why don't we buy a two-family house with mom and dad? And my parents agreed. So my mom, dad, brother all bought a two-family house together. Then they started wondering what to do with the old house since it was too old to sell. I asked if I could keep it as my place since I was doing YouTube and voice acting back then and needed an office. So they bought the two-family house and I was supposed to take over the old house. A week later, my dad suddenly moved into what was supposed to be my house and demanded that I pay him rent. I thought, wait, wasn't this supposed to be mine? But then I figured, well, he raised me, so maybe it's fair. So I paid him rent. Long story short, I ended up giving him about $30,000 in total. When I told my mom about that, she was shocked and said, why is he charging his own kid for rent? But I was like, well, he raised me, so I guess it's fine. Then, about 2 months later, things got weird. I started hearing, let's just say, adult videos blasting from his room. And it wasn't just at night, it was in the middle of the day too. I actually found it pretty funny at first, but it went on for 2 years. Even when I had friends over, everybody could hear it, but I just treated it as a meme. Then one day, he told me, the first floor is mine. You stay on the second floor. And I thought, wait, this house is under my name. I'm paying for everything. But again, I didn't say anything to avoid conflict. My brother and mom eventually found out and were shocked. But we still didn't do anything about it. Since I'm a YouTuber and it made story short, my family is being middle of the day too. I actually found it pretty funny at first, but it went on for 2 years. Even when I had friends over, everybody could hear it, but I just treated it as a meme. Then one day, he told me, the first floor is mine. You stay on the second floor. And I thought, wait, this house is under my name. I'm paying for everything. But again, I didn't say anything to avoid conflict. My brother and mom eventually found out and were shocked. But we still didn't do anything about it. Since I'm a YouTuber and a voice actor, the noise started affecting my work. So I decided to find a place with a soundproof room to use as an office. I found nearby for a great price and told my dad I was thinking of moving. And his response, I won't allow you to leave the house. I didn't get it, but I promised him I'd still pay rent for his house even after I moved. So I bought the new place. While I was moving my stuff, he suddenly started raging and told me to get the F out of the house and never come back. He kicked me out of a house I owned and was paid for. It made 0 sense. He kicked me out of a house I owned and was paid for. It made 0 sense. Story short, it made 0 sense. At the time I streamed about this whole situation, my family agreed it made no sense, but we just left him alone. Thinking maybe he had dementia or something, but my dad denied it. Fast forward to now, and I got a call from my sister this morning. She tells me, Dad is $50,000 in debt. Someone needs to pay it. Come meet him. But here's the thing. He makes $100,000 a year and owns his house outright. He has no major expenses. So how is he $50,000 in debt? And why is he asking us to pay it? I have a pretty good idea why he's in debt based on his late night activities, but I'll leave it at that. I told my sister he already used me for $30,000 a couple of years ago. I'm not meeting him. So my sister, brother, and mom met with him, and my dad told them, I've been in debt since 2008, and I've never been able to pay it off, which is probably a lie. It makes no sense how someone making $100,000 a year and can't pay off $50,000 over 16 years. But for some reason, he's dumping this debt on us. So my mom and brother decided to cover his debt. My mom inheritance. And my brother, who has a family of his own, took on the rest. Now my mom, at 64, has no savings. When I called her to ask why, she said, I don't want to be a burden to you anymore. So I told her, I'm in a better financial position than you, so I'll pay for it. But I'm never talking to dad again. She just said, if I ever need help, I'll let you know, but don't worry about it for now. But I told her, Mom, my brother has a family and you have no savings. I'll cover it. But they didn't want me to, since I had already paid $30,000 to my dad. So now, my mom and my brother are in debt, paying off my dad's bills. I was used to before, but now my dad is using the rest of my family. So I thought, fork this, and decided to make a video about it. My dad is going to be a lifelong meme on this channel. Like, if you hear any crazy things, or if you hear any suggestive things, you just go like, oh, it's Sora's dad. Otherwise, I'll end up like Vegeta from Dragon Ball. They told me not to worry, but I'm planning to pay off everything and save up for my mom. So I'm sorry for saying I wouldn't do memberships or anything on my channel, but I'm turning memberships on for real this time. I've always said I wouldn't do memberships, Patreon, or merch, but with my mom's situation, I need to. She's like 64 and has nothing saved. So I'm still not going to turn my channel into a money grab, but I will enable memberships and maybe do some members only streams. I don't have a Discord, but I'll treat those streams like my Discord server. I will still avoid focusing on subs, views, or revenue. I will still do cringy things on my channel. I just kind of wanted to save up for my mom without making my channel all about my money. You know what I mean though? So yeah, don't be cringy like my dad, or if you are, at least don't use your own family. It makes no sense, and will turn everyone into Sasuke from Naruto.
Yeah, I watched that live stream.
Seriously don't know how this is happening. I seriously don't know how
This is the update from today.
we are letting him do this. This situation is even worse than letting bronze players teach you how to play games. I really hope this video is fake and clickbait and cancel Sora Troll for faking everything. But this whole thing is somehow real. And it's happening within my family. Yeah, my dad's situation just got worse. My mom basically is about to lose literally everything she has because of my dad who's in debt for buying interesting services. Like, not only her money, but my mom is literally about to lose everything she has. Like, all her belongings. Because of my dad being in debt for buying interesting services. I don't know if there are any villains like this in any anime, but as far as I know, this is one of the craziest villains in real life, at least. If you guys are curious about what kind of interesting services my dad has been buying, I will just let you guess. But it's more degenerate than any of the things you've seen on my channel, as far as I know. It's something he has to do behind everybody in my family, and he thinks we don't know. But I know everything, but I'm not gonna talk about it here on my channel. So the villain in this story is my dad, who became infamous for blasting adult videos 24/7 while moaning to it, and told me to pay for the house I owned, which makes no sense and sounds like a story written by an internet troll on Reddit. But this is non-fictional. Yeah, that's my dad who watches adult videos and he goes, ah, while watching them from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. all day long. For my dad, watching adult videos is so immersive that he couldn't stop moaning, or rather screaming, watching those. So instead of screaming technique names like anime characters, he moans real hard. Yeah, that's the villain in the story, and now lawyers are involved. he really messed up this time and his life is pretty much over now. Like, actually. And I guess he decided to ruin my mom at the same time, too. Yeah, like, I'm done, so you get down with me energy is basically going on here. Like, this energy is pretty much like the same as online game players who throw intentionally to get everybody involved. So let me explain what has happened really quick for those who hasn't been following my dad's lore. So there's my dad. 3 years ago, he used me and generated $40,000 from me and kicked me out of the house I owned. Which still makes no sense, but it actually happened. And 3 days ago, or maybe two, he called my sister and told my family he is $50,000 in debt and basically told my family to pay for it, which is quite hilarious. He basically did this thing where kids say, "Mom, I bought V-Bucks with your credit card," as a 64-year-old. But he doesn't play Roblox or Fortnite. He just did shady stuff and is trying to make my family pay for it. Long story short, my mom decided to use her inheritance and cover $15,000, and my brother decided to cover $15,000, and they decided to make my dad pay for the rest, like $20,000, as it's his own shady debt. And I made a video about 2 days ago and decided to give my mom $10,000 because she's about to lose all her savings and she doesn't truly deserve this. So that's the recap of this horribly written cringe story coming from Japan based on what's actually happening in my family. And yeah, it got worse just now. Yeah, my dad is legit just a cringe villain at this point. I want you guys to meme about him everywhere and I will give you permission as I got permission from my brother. Okay, 8:11 p.m. in Japan time today, I got a phone call from my brother. He sounded extremely exhausted and he kind of said he's sort of depressed and is about to be done. So I was like, "Sup, what's going on? Did you watch anything cringy on my channel or something?" And he was like, "As to that, we have to cut ties with him." So I basically started clapping and I told him, "Dude, I already did that a while ago. I'm ahead of you. Wrecked." And then he was like, "Yeah, but I need your help." He sounded quite serious. My brother is a troll like me, and I've never heard him say, "I need your help." So it's that situation. So according to my brother, the situation's now this. My dad has to pay $20,000 as it's his debt. But as a cringe villain, he doesn't know how to make that much money because he's simply cringier than any of the streamers that caused problems for views in 2024. So my family told him to sell the house he lives in now, which he kicked me out of after generating $40,000 from me, and I own the house, by the way. When my family told him to sell the house to pay for his debt, my dad apparently said, "No, losing the house means he has to live with my mom and my brother, but he really doesn't want to do it because he buys interesting services, you know what I mean? He wouldn't be able to do that if he lives with my brother and my mom." And my dad basically said, "I won't sell the house, F off," to my brother and my mom, while making my brother and my mom pay for his own debt. Like, well, what's the actual... I don't know what that F off energy came from, but you know he's that guy from GTA now. And my brother was apparently checking real estate related websites and he found my dad's house being on there. So my brother got real confused as my dad said, "I won't sell the house." So my brother just went to my dad's house and asked him why dad's house is on those websites. And my dad raged real hard. Like, really hard. Think of those Call of Duty ragers, but 10 times worse, and it's happening in real life, but it's coming from your own dad. And this situation makes no sense as he's forcing my brother and my mom pay for his own debt. So long story short, my dad told my brother, "This is my house and stop telling me what to do," in the worst way possible. And my brother basically told me my dad's ragey controlling behavior has been there for a while, and he was quite stressed out and depressed. So he wanted to cut ties with my dad completely. So I was like, "Lol, I did that a while ago. Wrecked." But then here's the thing. It's apparently not that easy, and he needed my help to make it happen. And according to my brother, lawyers are involved with this situation now, but I won't say much about it for obvious reasons. So my dad is in $50,000 debt. My brother is going to cover $15,000. My mom's going to cover another $15,000. My dad has to pay for pay and cancel Sora Patrol for faking everything. Pay and cancel Sora Patrol for faking everything. And he kind of said he's sort of depressed and is about to be done. So I was like, sup, what's going on? Did you watch anything cringy on my channel or something? And he was like, as to dad, we have to cut ties with him. So I basically started clapping and I told him, dude, I already did that a while ago. I'm ahead of you. Wrecked. And then he was like, yeah, but I need your help. He sounded quite serious. My brother is a troll, like, don't sell the house. F off. To my brother and my mom. While making my brother and my mom pay for his own debt. Like, well, what's the actual... I don't know what that F off energy came from, but you know he's that guy from GTA now. And my brother was apparently checking real estate related websites and he found my dad's house being on there. So my brother got real confused as my dad said, I won't sell the house. So my brother just went to my dad's house and asked him why dad's house is on those websites. And my dad raged real hard, like really hard. Of those Call of Duty ragers, but 10 times worse, and it's happening in real life, but it's coming from your own dad. And this situation makes no sense as he's forcing my brother and my mom pay for his own debt. So long story short, my dad told my brother, this is my house and stop telling me what to do in the worst way possible. And my brother basically told me my dad's ragey controlling behavior has been there for a while and he was quite stressed out and depressed. So he wanted to cut ties with my dad completely. So I was like, lol, I did that a while ago, wrecked. But then here's the thing, it's apparently not that easy and he needed my help to make it happen. And according to my brother, lawyers are involved with this situation now, but I won't say much about it for obvious reasons. So my dad is in $50,000 debt. My brother is going to cover $15,000. My mom's going to cover another $15,000. My dad has to pay for the rest, but he can't unless he sells the house. But if he sells the house, my dad has to live with my brother's family as it is supposed to be a two-family house. But my brother is completely done with my dad, almost to the F that dude point. So my brother doesn't want to have my dad in the house. So he told my mom about it. Then my mom basically decided to pull out all the secret belongings she had, all the secret money she had, literally everything she had to generate $50,000 for my dad instead, and she decided to pay for all my dad's debt herself, as she doesn't want to cause trouble for us, like her kids. This is truly insane, and I seriously didn't know my mom was hiding her ultimate technique, like the characters from the anime called Bleach. But then my dad is like, lol, I mean, if it works, it's whatever. Yeah, like, this dude is actually a villain in real life. Like a
Yeah, I'm sure you can guess what those services are.
in real life. Like a crazy one. So my brother decided to call me as he doesn't want our mom to pay for the villain's debt as she doesn't deserve it. My brother wanted me to pay the half of my dad's debt so our mom doesn't get used by that cringe lord for 2069 anymore. My brother basically said, I'll pay $25,000. Can you pay another $25,000? And I said, I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. So I was going to either way. So I accepted his offer. Then our mom wouldn't be in debt and she doesn't have to lose literally everything she has for that cringe lord. So that's the story. But let me just answer some of the questions I will probably get in the comments beforehand. 1. Can't he just file for personal bankruptcy? He apparently can't with that amount. And the guarantors are his family. So us. 2. Can't you just ignore him? The guarantors are apparently us. We have to deal with it, and my mom decided to be a protagonist, but my brother wants to stop it. 3. Why is your mom still married to the cringe lord? We've been curious, and my brother's going to tell my mom to get divorced. According to my brother, she'll say no to our money offer too, and she won't probably get divorced, but let's see. 4. But that cringe lord is still going to be in debt even if you pay for it. My sister's working on it and she just blocked my dad from being in debt, which means he can't use a credit card or he can't borrow anymore. 5. Why are you doing this video? Well, that cringe lord is using my family for money, so I'm using him for content. And I'm going to meme this cringe lord on my channel forever. Oh yes, and I'm using this cringe lords to advertise my memberships. I spam streams in membership streams, so if you wanted to actually talk to Sora, join it, and I'll be there. There are usually 30 people in each stream, and I think it's like less than $3 too. 6. So are you actually paying $25,000? Yes, I am. That's a lot of money, but my brother needs my help to cut ties with that cringe lord, so I have to. But I got savings, so I can just do that. So, if you wanted to meme about my dad, do it, and I got permission from my brother, so you'll be all fine. Oh yeah, I will talk about this on stream again since I want to use him for content more. So I'll hear your opinions there, everybody. See you there on stream. October 27th. At 10 p.m. in Japan time, my dad ruined my family. We'll be live on YouTube. And I will talk about how it went too. And yeah, the memberships actually helped me out too. So thank you so much.
Yeah. So, in case anybody has not seen Sora the Troll before, that's my boy out in Nippon, as they once called it. I mean, it's still called that. It's just not used as often anymore. Okay, I'm gonna readjust the audio. Okay, let's refocus here. Let's focus. So, I saw that Mr. Brad had some words to say about this in the chat. What were your thoughts, Mr. Brad? Are you still there?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of us are going through that right now. Where
Yeah.
it's like we're getting gaslit, and the people who are, I mean, and it could be, I mean, people who are doing it have all kinds of different modalities. Some of them are like that are like, they're just kind of like trash and then act like trash. Some people are really wealthy and still act like trash towards their family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or, you know, middle class, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter. There's a lot, I mean, like, it actually is, it's worse when there's money involved, or a lack of money involved,
Yeah.
you know, and that always makes things, like, at least an order or two magnitude worse,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, you know, and a lot of it oftentimes does revolve around money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Stupid is as stupid. Stupid is as stupid does.